The reason that you've come to this channel today is because we're actually going to talk about a very, very important concept that you've never heard of and is absolutely paramount to your experience here on the planet Earth. Every single person on this entire planet is actually having one experience. And until you actually can see the one experience we're all having, everything just seems like chaos. Since people first looked up at the stars and contemplated what is going on, and then ran away from a lion that was trying to eat them, the first thing they stumbled upon was the idea that if there was nothing and then there was something, before any manifest thing can appear, there has to be rules. And this basic set of rules that are the reason everything is manifesting the way that it is called the first principle. Some cultures called it the causeless cause. Every different culture all over the world had a different name for this idea. In modern times, it's been called the perennial philosophy. But the actual formula for the first principle or perennial philosophy has been eluding the great minds since they first thought of the idea. What if I told you that every single person on the planet was here for a reason? And whether you believe the entire universe is just random luck or a divine plan, the reason is the same for everyone, regardless of gender, race, or belief. And that reason is to realize your potential. We're going to start from the most self-evident position that we can so that everything I say to you in this first video is going to seem so obvious that it almost appears irrelevant. There are three components that make up the common human experience we are all having. They are obstacles, action, and growth. Now in this first video, I'm just going to run through it verbally so that you can have something to think about, and in the next video, I'm going to actually lay out the map that you can use so that you can apply this concept to greater ideas and see how it grows in complexity based on the nature of what you're applying it to. Most people don't like hearing this, but life really is an endless series of obstacles that you are either overcoming or succumbing to. Now in the first aspect of the law, the obstacles are the constant. When you face a constant problem, if you do not act, the potential to overcome the problem goes down. However, if you can act, the potential to overcome the problem increases. This is the first aspect of the first principle. The second aspect of the first principle is the constant action phase. When you are in a state of constant action, you are applying or directing your focused energy on the problem or obstacle that you are engaging. Now, the easier the problem is to solve, the less you will grow as a result. However, the more difficult the problem is to solve, the more you will be forced to grow as a result of constantly focusing your energy on overcoming it. That's the second aspect. As you focus your energy and learn everything the obstacle demands you learn as a result of staying constantly focused on it, as you approach the moment that your potential is greater than the obstacle, you switch gears to the third phase of the law, which is the potential constant phase. In this phase, you've already grown. You've now increased your potential, and now you are greater than the obstacle that you are engaging. In this potential phase, when intensity of focused energy or action increases, resistance decreases. This is the moment where you actually overcome the obstacle that you have been engaging this whole time. This is the goal of every action everyone is taking. Most people are either trying to solve a problem or trying to avoid a problem. You need to start developing a mentality that obstacles are there to overcome, not avoid. If you cannot do this, you will not grow. The last aspect of the potential phase is that if potential is constant and action decreases, resistance increases. So what this means is that once you have overcome the obstacle and you are now greater than the problem that you have set out to solve, if you don't every once in a while redirect some energy back towards that problem, eventually that problem will start to slowly creep back into your life and return. The entire universe is basically expanding potential, and you are an extension of that by virtue of being part of it. This series of videos is going to explain to you a basic formula that you can follow that will expand your potential every time. For a period of time, it was considered very sacred knowledge, and it was guarded because it has tremendous power. You are about to become the keeper of a secret knowledge because it is a secret that can no longer be kept. We're going to show you all kinds of crazy symbols, and we're going to take a whole journey through history. Once we show you the pattern by which everything is unfolding, you're going to start seeing it all around you. And if you can master it and start applying it to your life, your potential will expand because that is what the law demands. We have all kinds of challenges that we as a species are going to be facing over the next few generations, and that is the reason we are bringing this information forward now. We need as many people to realize their potential as is humanly possible, and we need that to happen quickly.